thank God for being able me to be a mother and to be here. I thank God for Thanksgiving. I went to Atlanta for appreciation. And he brought me there, he carried me there, and brought me back. I had one of the best Thanksgiving I ever had in my life. God has blessed me. Life.
Amen.
I see you. We live on the free.
I'm thankful for life and being able to see my family.
Come on.
Thank God for everything He's done for me. I thank Him for waking me up. I thank Him for breathing life into me. I thank Him for everything He's done for each and every last one of us. I just thank Him.
Amen.
Yes, Lord.
All good things to be thankful about. You got thankful for travel and life, thankful for family, thankful for marriage. I'm thankful for something different today. Now, some of our younger kids, we've got a lot of kids in here. This will be the first time and probably the only time you'll ever hear an adult say these words. I'm thankful that I failed the test. Sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? See, I'm thankful that I failed a test. See, the test that I failed is not written in the book.
All right.
The test I failed is what we'll call the test of suffering.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we mistake the test that we go through for suffering. And I assure you, by the end of the day, you will know a difference. And to bring up that difference, we're going in the Bible to a story. I need everybody to turn to Luke 17, verses 12 through 19.
Repeat that, please.
Luke 17, 12 through 19. When everybody's there, say amen.
Amen.
We turn to Luke 12, and it says, he entered a certain village, and there he met 10 men who were lepers, who stood afar. And they lifted up their voice and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. So when he saw them, he said to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. So as they went, that they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw whether he was being healed, returned with a loud voice and glorified God. He fell down on his face at the feet of Christ and gave him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. So Jesus answered and said, were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Were there not any found who returned to give glory to God except for this foreigner? And he replied to them, your faith has made you whole. Arise and go. Now, you may wonder how the story of 10 lepers has to do with being thankful. See, a lot of times there are things in this Bible that uses examples that we can't take physically. We got to imagine it spiritually. You see, leprosy, let's take a look at what leprosy is. It's a disease that starts out as little spots on your hands and your eyes and spreads to your body. It looks like white scales, almost like snake scales that cover your body. It gets hard and crushed over. But on the inside, it's eating away at all the tissue until you die.
My God.
But see, when somebody sees you, all they see is these spots. They can't tell what's going on the inside. See, spiritually, we're the same way.
Yes.
See, they called lepers in the old days, leprosy wasn't defined as a disease until the 30s. It didn't have a name until 1937. See, back then, they just called them the unclean.
All right.
See, spiritually, we're the same way. But the Bible says, no unclean thing, go to heaven.
All right.
So if you're not thinking, you're not paying attention to what you do, these same spots will be on you spiritually.
Yes.
See, when you had leprosy, they would cast you out of the village, which is just how these 10 men were. They had to say so many yards from the gate of the village. There was always a gate to every Hebrew village. One way in, one way out. That's the way the Hebrews built their cities. So you'd have to stand so far from the gate, and people would know that you were unclean. And they would actually shout, unclean, unclean, when you come by. You had to announce if you heard somebody coming, so they knew not to walk up close to you. I'm unclean, I'm unclean. So that they wouldn't come and get infected too.
All right.
But see, just like they were physically cast out of that village, if we remain unclean spiritually, we're going to miss out on the village too.
Amen.
That village is called heaven. I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to miss that.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You see, the 9 that kept going to the priest, they represent those of us who only stop and give thanks when they come through these doors.
My God. Yeah.
See, those 9 represent the ones that give thanks twice a week.
Yeah.
You know, some of them, they don't even come that, they come once a week. Some of them come to Bible school, they don't even come on Sunday. And you got others, they come once a month. You know, just, hey, I'm there. I'm in the house, I'm in the Lord's house. I'm giving thanks, I'm there today. But how about this? We all got those family members possible. You know, they only come twice a year. Easter and Christmas. But yet these are the same 9 that want blessings.
That's it.
These are the same 9s that want to be filled with the miracles that God has for us.
Well,
You know, you'll see the same ones that sit here that come twice a week, they don't say nothing until they get that financial blessing. That's probably about it. They got their testimonies. Oh, thank God.